Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. It's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment if you would. If you'd like to help support the channel, it's always welcome and always needed. And the way to do so, the best way to do it is $ American Doofus, all one word, AMERICANDUFUS at Cash App, or you can become a member of the show, and memberships are available at three various price ranges. But the best way to do it is through Cash App, $American Doofus, all one word. If you want to contact me, American Doofus at gmail.com is the way to do so. We start out with breaking news, and this comes out of Jerusalem. Israeli police fired rubber bullets at Palestinians trying to disrupt a right-wing nationalist march in Jerusalem, while Hamas militants launched incendiary balloons into Israel that triggered Israeli airstrikes in the Gaza Strip, raising the specter of renewed violence in the region. The Israeli military said it carried out a limited series of airstrikes on the militants' group compounds across the Gaza Strip, marking the first time since the rivals have declared a ceasefire. This is the first time there has been a conflict since May 21st, and that brought an end to an 11-day conflict. Again, could this be part of new Prime Minister Bennett replacing Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu? Could this all play in somehow? Only time will tell. One thing we do know for sure, I don't have any footage of what actually happened. If you remember, at the end of that 11-day conflict, one of the final things to be done was the media buildings were destroyed. So it limits the amount of media coming out of the area, and thus true reporting of what's going on. So we're looking for boots on the ground, and as soon as I have an update, I'll make sure that we pass that along to you. Second story of the night is comes from Ocean City, and I want to share the screen here. Okay. I'm not in your hand. I can tell you what you're arresting me for. Take that knee. Again, that footage from Ocean City, North Carolina, courtesy of Smooth View. And again, just giving you things to think about, not telling you what to think. You can watch that and judge for yourselves. Third story of the evening is Juneteenth, a day of national remembrance, one step closer to happening. The Senate unanimously passed a resolution today establishing June 19th as Juneteenth, National Independence Day, a U.S. holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. The legislation has gained momentum since the massive Black Lives Matter protests sparked by the police killing of George Floyd last year and by the Democrats' takeover of the White House and Congress. But Washington Republican state, but Wisconsin Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson blocked the bill in 2020. One senator can do that. One senator can keep a bill from going to the floor and being debated and voted upon and have the opportunity to become a law. And that's what Senator Ron Johnson chose to do last year, not allowing this bill to the floor. He did it saying that the day off for federal employees would cost U.S. taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars. How many of those federal employees are members of the Black community or members of communities of color? Johnson dropped his objection this week despite his concerns, paving the way for the bill's passage in the Senate. Again, it passed unanimously. Here's what he had to say. Although I strongly support celebrating emancipation, I object to the cost and lack of debate. While it seems strange that having taxpayers provide federal employees time off is now required to celebrate the end of slavery, it is clear that there is no appetite in Congress to further discuss the matter. Translation, I know that Black people are going to keep getting more and more honked off, and somebody's eventually going to do something, and I don't want to be assassinated, so I'm going along with this. That's my opinion. That's not to be read into what I just read, which came from CNN. So, one step closer. Now, it still has to be passed by the House, which I don't think will be a problem. It still has to be signed by President Biden. Yes, Joe Biden is president of the United States. And it still has to be passed by President Biden, and I don't see a problem with that. So I would say by next year, it will be officially a national holiday, recognizing June 19th. Now, it's interesting why June 19th. And it was because that's when it was finally announced in Texas. I believe it was almost 5 years after the official Emancipation Proclamation. I'm sorry, it wasn't 5 years. It was 2 years. June 19th, 1865, Major General Gordon Granger announced in Galveston, Texas, the end of slavery in accordance with President Abraham Lincoln's 1863 Emancipation Proclamation. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, as well as other members of Congress, have been pushing for this to happen. Now, while that's not a end-all be-all, it is a step in the right direction as far as recognizing what's happened to the Black community in this country. Again, it's not the end-all be-all, it's not near enough, but it is, in my opinion, a step in the right direction, and I'm sure there will be those that disagree with that. One other thing I want to show you here on this particular episode, I want to show you my programs that are recommended to me from YouTube. And I want to go to this one right here. It says, "Goodbye, Biden. CPAC's Mike Schlapp said Biden resigns." Okay, it's utter bullshit. It's absolutely false, and it's a QAnon site. What they actually do, and you can see 18,000 views in 2 hours. the reason it pops up here is because I've been doing investigations on the QAnon sites. I told you before Memorial Day that either Memorial Day or July 4th was going to have some major significance with these people. And I've got more to come on that, but I don't understand it. I really don't. My channel, the majority of my episodes are listed as limited, which means little or no advertising will be available. Now that's good for the viewers, that's cool. But how's come mine is deemed limited because of my content? And I think it's big anyway. So now you're aware that the QAnon stuff has it's coming back into the mainstream, or the mainstream of internet anyway. And there's one other story I want to talk about, but I don't have time at the moment, and I'm going to get to it. It's something that the United States intelligence people and Australian intelligence people have come together to do. And we'll talk about that on the next episode. So again, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, leave them below. You can contact me, americandoofus@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the show, $ American Doofus, all one word. And that's through Cash App. And again, just a quick recap. Israel has launched airstrikes again into the Gaza, and we'll have more details on that coming up soon. And in the next episode as well, we're going to be talking about something that the United States intelligence community has been doing. And I've got some information about July 4th that I'm going to be sharing in the next episode as well. So just a brief recap here. June 19th, one day closer to becoming a federal holiday for all of you federal employees. Israel airstrike on Gaza, and conveniently Israel took out most of the media buildings in Gaza before the ceasefire on May 21st. So we don't have a whole lot of information. And thanks to Smooth View for the footage of Ocean City and what we saw there. And that was all based on somebody was vaping. That's what started that whole thing. Somebody was vaping. They ended up getting tased and then kicked and beaten. And then others tried to stop it, and they ended up getting tased and kicked and beaten. And at some point, we got to do something. We collectively as human beings, that's how I try to look at things. A lot of people say, why do you do what you do? What's your agenda? What's your motive? To me, it's not a white-black thing. It's not a white-brown thing. It's not a white anything. It's a human thing. And I know it's that way for some of you because some of you keep watching, and I sincerely thank you. I thank each and every one of you that watch. And if you're new to the program, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. It's a unique program. We cover things live. We restream things live. Not to be confused with covering things live, but we live restreams of events that are happening live that you might not catch otherwise. And we have recorded shows like this, recorded episodes like this. We do interviews, we have panels, a lot of different things happen here. So give us an opportunity with a subscription if you haven't subscribed already. And again, thank you for watching. Peace to all of you. Shalom, salam, namaste. Blessings upon you and upon yours. And it's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. It's a dark world. try to be a light. I love y'all.